AI for human resources professionals. Table of content. Introduction. Chapter 1. Introduction to AI in HR. Chapter 2. Key AI technologies for HR. Chapter 3. AI ethics, fairness, and compliance. Chapter 4. Talent sourcing and recruitment with AI. Chapter 5. Onboarding and employee experience with AI. Chapter 6. Learning and development with AI. Chapter 7. Performance management with AI. Chapter 8. Employee engagement and retention with AI. Chapter 9. Workforce planning and analytics with AI. Chapter 10. Compensation and benefits optimization with AI. Chapter 11. Diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) with AI. Chapter 12. Performance management and feedback with AI. Chapter 13. Learning and development (L&D) with AI. Chapter 14. Employee experience and well-being with AI. Chapter 15. HR chatbots and virtual assistants. Chapter 16. People analytics and predictive insights. Chapter 17. Workforce planning and organizational design with AI. Chapter 18. AI in compliance, risk, and ethics for HR. Chapter 19. Measuring ROI of AI in HR. Chapter 20. The HR professional of the future. Epilogue. Shaping the future of work, together. Introduction. The role of human resources has never been more complex or more critical than it is today. Organizations are under pressure to attract, retain, and engage top talent in an environment where employee expectations are changing faster than ever. Remote work, hybrid models, shifting demographics, and a highly competitive labor market have forced HR professionals to rethink nearly every process, from recruitment to retirement. Artificial intelligence, AI, has emerged as one of the most powerful tools available to HR professionals. No longer confined to tech companies or research labs, AI is now embedded in many of the platforms HR teams already use: applicant tracking systems, payroll tools, learning management platforms, and engagement surveys. Far from being a futuristic concept, AI is quietly reshaping the daily reality of HR work right now. This book was written to help HR professionals not just keep up with these changes, but lead them. It is designed to give you the knowledge, context, and practical tools to use AI confidently and responsibly in your organization. Who this book is for? This book is for HR professionals at every stage of their career. HR managers and directors looking to use AI for smarter workforce planning. Talent acquisition leaders seeking more efficient ways to source and screen candidates. Learning and development specialists who want to personalize employee training and career growth. HR executives and CHROs responsible for shaping the strategic direction of people operations. Small business owners who may not have a dedicated HR department but want to leverage AI tools to stay competitive. No technical background is required. This is not a book about coding, machine learning algorithms, or data science. It is a book about making sense of AI and applying it to real-world HR challenges. Why AI matters for HR. AI has the potential to revolutionize HR because it does three things exceptionally well. Automates repetitive tasks. AI can handle scheduling, resume screening, answering routine employee questions, and managing compliance paperwork, freeing HR professionals to focus on strategic initiatives. Finds patterns in data. AI-powered analytics can spot trends in employee turnover, engagement, and performance that humans might miss. Personalizes employee experiences. AI can deliver custom learning paths, benefits recommendations, and career opportunities tailored to each employee's unique profile. But with great power comes great responsibility. AI also introduces new challenges: ethical risks, privacy concerns, and the possibility of unintended bias. HR professionals must be at the forefront of ensuring that AI solutions are fair, transparent, and aligned with organizational values. The evolution of HR in the age of AI. Historically, HR has been seen as an administrative function, focused on hiring, payroll, and compliance. Over the past 2 decades, HR has evolved into a strategic partner to the business, responsible for culture, leadership development, and employee engagement. Now, we stand at the beginning of a third transformation, the AI-enabled HR function. In this new era, HR will not just respond to organizational needs, it will anticipate them. AI will allow HR teams to model workforce scenarios, predict skill shortages, and measure culture in real time. The HR professional of the future will not simply be a steward of policy, but a curator of data-driven employee experiences. AI is the catalyst for this transformation. The mindset shift required. Perhaps the most important thing this book can offer is a shift in perspective. Too often, HR professionals see technology as something that happens to them. New systems are rolled out by IT, policies are dictated by compliance, and data requests come from finance. AI presents an opportunity for HR to take the lead. HR teams can be the champions of responsible AI adoption, ensuring that these tools enhance, not diminish, the human element of work. The future of HR is not about replacing humans with machines. It is about making HR more human by automating the tasks that keep us from doing our best work. A final note before we begin. You do not have to be a data scientist to transform your HR practice with AI. You simply need curiosity, an open mind, and a willingness to experiment. This book will give you the language, the tools, and the confidence to start. The workplace of the future is already here. The question is not whether AI will change HR, but whether HR professionals will shape that change or be shaped by it. Let's make sure you are in the driver's seat. Chapter 1: Introduction to AI in HR. The future is already here. It's just not evenly distributed. William Gibson. 1.1 The changing role of HR. Human resources used to be a back-office function. Its primary responsibilities were compliance, record-keeping, and ensuring payroll was processed on time. Today, HR is at the center of some of the most critical conversations organizations face. How do we compete for talent in a global market? How do we build a culture where people want to stay? How do we reskill our workforce for jobs that don't yet exist? At the same time, HR teams are under pressure to do more with less. The volume of data HR must manage, applications, performance reviews, engagement surveys, learning outcomes, has exploded. Traditional HR processes simply cannot keep up. This is where artificial intelligence comes in. 1.2 What is AI, really? AI is often portrayed as mysterious, futuristic, or even threatening. In reality, AI is simply a set of technologies that allow machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. These include recognizing patterns, like matching resumes to job descriptions, understanding language, like answering employee questions via chatbots, making predictions, like forecasting which employees might be at risk of leaving, learning from data, getting more accurate over time as more information is fed into the system. In HR, AI is not about robots replacing recruiters or managers. It's about using algorithms and analytics to make HR work faster, smarter, and more personalized. 1.3 Myths and misconceptions about AI in HR. Before we go further, let's address some common myths. Myth 1: AI will replace HR professionals. Reality: AI can automate repetitive tasks, but it cannot replace the human judgment, empathy, and strategic thinking that HR provides. In fact, HR roles are expected to become more strategic as AI handles administrative work. Myth 2: AI is too complicated for non-technical people. Reality: modern HR tech vendors build AI tools with user-friendly interfaces. You don't need to be a data scientist. You just need to understand what the tools do and how to use them ethically. Myth 3: AI is always biased. Reality: AI reflects the data it's trained on. If implemented responsibly, AI can actually help reduce bias by applying consistent criteria at scale, something humans often struggle to do. 1.4 Why Hour is ripe for AI transformation. Hour is one of the most data-rich functions in any organization. Every employee generates a data trail: applications, training completions, performance ratings, engagement scores, compensation changes. Yet much of this data remains underutilized. AI can unlock the value of HR data by identifying hidden trends, e.g., recognizing which teams have unusually high turnover; improving decision-making, e.g., recommending candidates most likely to succeed based on historical data; creating personalized experiences, e.g., tailoring learning modules to individual career goals. This is why analysts predict massive growth in HR tech. According to Markets and Markets, the global AI in HR market is expected to grow from $3.2 billion in 2023 to $11.3 billion by 2028, driven by talent shortages and the demand for better employee experiences. 1.5 Key AI technologies used in HR. Let's look at the specific technologies you'll encounter. Machine learning, ML, algorithms that improve their accuracy as they are exposed to more data. Used for resume ranking, churn prediction, and pay equity analysis. Natural language processing, NLP, allows machines to understand human language. Used in chatbots, sentiment analysis of surveys, and parsing resumes. Generative AI, tools like ChatGPT that create human-like text, images, or video. Used for writing job descriptions, creating training materials, and answering employee FAQs. Predictive analytics uses historical data to predict future outcomes, such as turnover risk or performance potential. 1.6 Case study, AI in recruitment. Consider a mid-sized software company that receives 5,000 applications per month. Their small recruitment team spent hundreds of hours manually reviewing resumes, often missing qualified candidates simply because they were overwhelmed. By implementing an AI-driven applicant tracking system, ATS, the system automatically screens resumes based on required skills and experience. Recruiters receive a prioritized shortlist of candidates ranked by predicted fit. AI detects and flags gender-coded language in job descriptions to make postings more inclusive. Results: time to fill dropped by 35%. Candidate satisfaction scores increased. Recruiters could spend more time interviewing and building relationships. This is a simple but powerful example of how AI can dramatically improve HR outcomes without replacing human expertise. 1.7 Ethical considerations and risks. AI is powerful, but it must be used responsibly. Key risks include bias amplification. If historical hiring data reflects bias, e.g., favoring certain schools, AI may perpetuate it. Privacy concerns. Employee data must be handled carefully to comply with GDPR, CCPA, and other regulations. Transparency. Employees should understand how AI-driven decisions, like performance scores, are made. HR professionals must partner with IT, legal, and compliance teams to ensure ethical use of AI. 1.8 The skills HR professionals need. To succeed in an AI-enabled future, HR professionals should develop AI literacy, understanding key terms and capabilities. Data literacy, being comfortable interpreting analytics and dashboards. Change management skills, leading adoption and getting buy-in from employees. Critical thinking, evaluating AI outputs instead of blindly trusting them. 1.9 The big picture. AI is not a nice-to-have. It is quickly becoming table stakes for modern HR teams. Companies that fail to adopt AI risk falling behind in talent acquisition, employee engagement, and workforce planning. The good news? You are early. The majority of organizations are still experimenting with AI. By building your knowledge now, you can position yourself and your HR team as leaders in this space. Key takeaways from Chapter 1. AI is not science fiction. It's already embedded in many HR systems. HR is uniquely suited to benefit from AI because it generates and manages huge amounts of people data. AI should augment, not replace, the human element of our. Responsible AI adoption requires awareness of ethics, bias, and employee trust. HR professionals must develop AI literacy and critical thinking to remain competitive. Chapter 2. Key AI technologies for HR. Technology should be the servant of HR, not the master. Adapted from Peter Drucker. 2.1. Why HR professionals need to understand AI technology. You don't need to know how to build a machine learning model from scratch to be effective in an AI-driven workplace. But you do need to know what AI tools can and cannot do so you can make informed decisions about vendors, evaluate risks, and explain the technology to employees and leadership. This chapter will demystify the key AI technologies used in HR and show you practical applications for each. 2.2. The 4 core AI technologies in HR. Most HR solutions today use some combination of the following 4 AI technologies. 1. Machine learning, ML. Machine learning is the backbone of most AI systems. It allows computers to learn from data and improve performance over time without being explicitly programmed. How it works in simple terms. You feed the system historical data, e.g., resumes of successful hires, employee performance ratings. The system looks for patterns, e.g., certain skills or experiences that predict success. It uses those patterns to make predictions about new data, e.g., which candidate might be a good fit. HR applications. Resume screening, automatically ranking applicants by predicted job fit. Turnover prediction, identifying employees at risk of leaving based on historical turnover patterns. Performance forecasting, predicting future high performers for succession planning. Benefits. Handles large volumes of data faster than humans. Improves accuracy over time. Frees HR professionals to focus on higher value tasks. Risks. May perpetuate historical bias if training data is skewed. Requires human oversight to avoid black box decisions. 2. Natural language processing, NLP. NLP enables computers to understand, interpret, and generate human language. How it works. NLP algorithms break down text into components, words, phrases, sentiment, and analyze meaning. HR applications. Chatbots answer employee questions about benefits, policies, or PTO. Sentiment analysis, analyzing engagement survey comments to detect morale issues. Resume parsing, extracting key data from resumes and matching it to job descriptions. Bias detection, flagging gendered or exclusive language in job postings. Benefits. Makes HR data more accessible, e.g., open text survey responses become actionable insights. Reduces recruiter workload by automating FAQs and initial candidate screening. Risks. Language models may misunderstand sarcasm, cultural nuance, or context. Employee trust may erode if they feel monitored by AI analyzing their communications. 3. Predictive analytics. Predictive analytics uses historical data to forecast future outcomes. It often uses machine learning, but can also rely on statistical models. HR applications. Attrition forecasting, predicting which employees are likely to leave. Workforce planning, anticipating future hiring needs based on business growth. Engagement forecasts, identifying teams likely to experience disengagement before survey results drop. Benefits. Enables proactive interventions, e.g., retention bonuses, manager coaching. Aligns HR strategy with business goals. Risks. Predictions are probabilistic, not guarantees. Misuse can lead to unfair treatment. Requires high-quality data. Bad data leads to bad predictions. 4. Generative AI. Generative AI refers to AI systems that can create new content, text, images, audio, video, based on patterns they've learned from large datasets. Examples: ChatGPT, DALL-E, Claude, Gemini. HR applications. Job description drafting, automatically generating inclusive, engaging job postings. Employee communications, writing policy updates, newsletters, or FAQs. Learning content, creating microlearning modules or quizzes on demand. Coaching support, acting as a virtual assistant for managers during performance review season. Benefits: saves significant time on repetitive writing tasks. Can be trained on company-specific tone and policies. Risks: may generate inaccurate or legally risky content if unchecked. Requires strong data privacy measures. Don't feed sensitive employee data into public models. 2.3 The AI technology stack for HR. It helps to think about AI as a stack. Understanding this stack helps HR teams ask vendors the right questions. Where does the data come from? How are models trained and updated? How do employees interact with the outputs? 2.4 Case study: AI-powered DEI initiatives. A global retail company wanted to improve diversity hiring, but struggled with inconsistent job postings and unconscious bias. Solution: implemented NLP tools to scan job postings for biased language. Used machine learning to identify schools, backgrounds, and skills associated with past high performers, not just traditional pipelines. Deployed predictive analytics to track the impact of changes on candidate diversity. Results: applications from underrepresented groups increased 27% in 1 year. Time to hire remained steady, demonstrating that diversity goals did not slow hiring. HR gained data-driven insights to inform DEI strategy. 2.5 Vendor selection and key questions. When evaluating our AI tools, HR leaders should ask vendors: data quality. What data sources does the tool use, and how does it ensure accuracy? Bias mitigation. How does the system detect and reduce bias? Transparency. Can HR see how decisions are made, e.g., why a candidate was ranked highly? Privacy. How is employee data stored, encrypted, and protected? Integration. Will it work with our HRIS, ATS, or payroll systems? Support. Is there training for HR staff to understand outputs and take action? 2.6 The human plus AI model. The most effective HR teams use a human plus AI approach. AI handles repetitive tasks, data crunching, and first-pass screening. Humans provide judgment, empathy, and ethical oversight. This combination allows HR teams to work faster while keeping people at the center of decision-making. Key takeaways from Chapter 2. Machine learning, NLP, predictive analytics, and generative AI are the pillars of AI in our. Understanding these technologies helps HR professionals evaluate tools and explain their value. AI should be treated as a decision support system, not a decision maker. Vendor due diligence is critical to avoid bias, privacy, and compliance risks. Chapter 3. AI ethics, fairness, and compliance. With great power comes great responsibility, especially when that power impacts people's careers. 3.1 Why ethics in our AI matters. Human resources is fundamentally about people, their livelihoods, careers, and well-being. When AI systems are used to make decisions that affect who gets hired, promoted, or let go, the stakes are incredibly high. If an algorithm makes a biased decision, it's not just a technical failure, it's a potential lawsuit, reputational risk, and a blow to employee trust. This chapter explores how to use AI responsibly in HR by focusing on ethics, doing what is right even when not legally required. Fairness, ensuring AI-driven decisions don't disadvantage certain groups. Compliance, staying within the bounds of laws and regulations. 3.2 The key ethical principles for our AI. Most frameworks for responsible AI, including those from the EU, OECD, and major tech companies, agree on several core principles. HR leaders can use these as guiding lights. Transparency. Employees should know when AI is being used and understand how it impacts them. Example: disclosing that candidate screening is partially automated and providing information on evaluation criteria. Fairness and non-discrimination. AI should not systematically disadvantage individuals based on gender, ethnicity, age, disability, or other protected characteristics. Example: regularly auditing algorithms for disparate impact. Accountability. HR teams remain responsible for AI-driven decisions, even if a vendor supplies the technology. Example: having a human in the loop for final hiring or termination decisions. Privacy and data protection. Collect only the data needed, store it securely, and respect employee consent. Example: anonymizing survey responses before analysis. Human-centric design. AI should augment, not replace human judgment. Example: AI suggests top candidates, but recruiters make the final call. 3.3 Common ethical challenges in our AI. Even with good intentions, our AI can create problems if not carefully managed. Algorithmic bias. If your historical hiring data is skewed toward certain groups, an AI model trained on that data will replicate the bias. Data quality issues. Incomplete or inaccurate HRIS data can lead to flawed predictions. Over-surveillance. Using AI to monitor employee emails or keystrokes can create a culture of distrust. Opacity. Black box AI. Some machine learning models are so complex that even their creators struggle to explain how they work. 3.4 Legal and regulatory considerations. HR professionals must stay ahead of evolving legal requirements around AI. Key laws and guidelines. EEOC, U.S. The Equal Employment Opportunity Commission has issued guidance stating that AI-driven hiring tools must comply with anti-discrimination laws. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. Employers are liable if AI creates disparate impact on protected classes. GDPR, EU. Employees have the right to understand automated decisions that affect them. Consent and data minimization are critical. NYC Local Law 144 requires bias audits for automated employment decision tools used in hiring and promotion in New York City. EU AI Act coming soon will classify our AI tools as high risk and require strict transparency and risk management processes. Implication: HR leaders cannot simply rely on vendors to ensure compliance. They must actively monitor, audit, and document how AI tools are used. 3.5 Practical steps for fair AI adoption. Here's a practical framework for implementing AI responsibly in HR. Assess risks before implementation. What decisions will this AI tool influence? What's the worst-case scenario if it gets it wrong? Involve stakeholders early. Partner with legal, compliance, IT and DAI teams. Engage employee representatives or councils where appropriate. Conduct regular bias audits. Check outcomes across gender, ethnicity, age, and other demographics. Work with vendors that provide transparency reports. Keep a human in the loop. Make sure critical decisions, hiring, firing, promotion, are reviewed by humans. Document who is responsible for final decisions. Communicate with employees. Be clear about what data is collected and how it's used. Provide channels for employees to challenge or appeal AI-driven decisions. Train HR teams on AI literacy. Teach staff how to interpret AI outputs and spot anomalies. Encourage critical thinking rather than blind trust in algorithms. 3.6 Case study: avoiding algorithmic bias. A major retailer adopted an AI-driven hiring system that favored candidates who lived near the store. At first glance, this seemed efficient. Local hires had lower turnover. But after a DAI review, The company discovered that certain zip codes were highly correlated with race and socioeconomic status. The algorithm was unintentionally excluding qualified candidates from diverse neighborhoods. What they did: partnered with the vendor to retrain the model with additional fairness constraints, added human review to final candidate shortlists, publicly shared their bias audit results to build trust with employees and customers. Outcome: candidate diversity improved. Turnover rates remained low. The company gained positive media coverage for its commitment to ethical AI. 3.7 Building an AI governance framework. Many forward-thinking HR teams are establishing AI governance committees. These cross-functional groups are responsible for approving new AI tools before deployment, monitoring their impact on fairness and compliance, setting policies for employee communication and consent. Sample elements of a governance framework: AI inventory, list of all AI tools in use and what decisions they influence. Risk categorization, classify tools as low, medium, high risk. Audit schedule, regular reviews of model performance and outcomes. Escalation protocol, clear process for handling employee complaints or anomalies. 3.8 The trust dividend. When employees trust that HR uses AI fairly and transparently, adoption becomes smoother and engagement increases. Trust creates a trust dividend. Employees share more accurate data, better predictions. Managers embrace AI tools instead of resisting them. HR earns a stronger seat at the table as a strategic partner. Key takeaways from Chapter 3. AI ethics is not optional in HR. It's essential for trust, fairness, and legal compliance. Transparency, fairness, accountability, privacy, and human oversight are the pillars of responsible AI use. HR must stay ahead of evolving regulations like GDPR, EEOC guidance, and the upcoming EU AI Act. Bias audits, governance frameworks, and employee communication are practical ways to mitigate risk. Trust is a competitive advantage. Companies that use AI ethically will attract and retain better talent. Chapter 4. Talent sourcing and recruitment with AI. Great hiring is not about filling jobs. It's about finding the right people to move your organization forward. 4.1 The recruiting challenge. Hiring has become one of the most difficult and expensive functions in HR. The average cost per hire is $4,700 in the U.S., but can exceed $28,000 for senior roles. Recruiters spend up to 30% of their time manually screening resumes. Competition for skilled talent is fierce, and job seekers expect a fast, transparent, and personalized candidate experience. AI is transforming recruitment by automating time-consuming tasks, surfacing better candidates, and improving candidate engagement without losing the human touch. 4.2 Where AI fits in the recruiting funnel. Think of recruitment as a funnel with several key stages. 4.3 AI for job descriptions. Poorly written job postings can scare away qualified candidates, especially those from underrepresented groups. AI solutions. NLP-based language checkers flag gendered or biased language, e.g., rockstar developer may deter female candidates. SEO optimization suggests keywords to make postings more discoverable. Template generation creates tailored job descriptions based on role, seniority, and competencies. Example: a logistics company used AI to rewrite 250 job postings. Results: 18% increase in female applicants. 12% reduction in time to fill. 4.4 I for candidate sourcing. Recruiters often spend hours searching databases and LinkedIn. AI can dramatically speed this up. Capabilities. Passive candidate sourcing identifies candidates who may not be actively job hunting but are a strong match. Skill matching focuses on actual competencies, not just job titles. Talent pool building continuously updates a database of qualified prospects. Example: a tech startup used AI sourcing tools to build a talent pipeline for software engineers. They reduced sourcing time by 70%, allowing recruiters to focus on outreach and relationship building. 4.5 AI for resume screening. Resume screening is one of the most time-consuming tasks in recruiting, and one of the most prone to bias. AI advantages: processes thousands of resumes in minutes, uses consistent criteria to avoid human bias, can be trained to prioritize skills over pedigree, e.g., coding bootcamp grads versus Ivy League. Best practice: always review AI-screened resumes manually before rejecting candidates to ensure no qualified individuals are unfairly excluded. 4.6 AI for candidate assessment. AI-powered assessments go beyond resumes to measure skills, cultural fit, and potential. Examples: skill tests, code challenges, simulations, or cognitive tests scored automatically. Video interview analysis evaluates tone, keywords, and even micro-expressions, used carefully to avoid discrimination. Gamified assessments engage candidates while gathering behavioral data. Caution: be transparent with candidates about what is being measured. Avoid tools that may analyze physical appearance or facial expressions in ways that could introduce bias. 4.7 Chatbots for candidate engagement. AI chatbots can answer FAQs about the job or company, schedule interviews automatically, keep candidates updated on application status. This reduces candidate drop-off and improves the overall experience. 4.8 Reducing bias with AI. AI can either reduce or amplify bias, depending on implementation. Bias reduction strategies: train models on diverse, representative data. Exclude irrelevant demographic data, name, age, gender. Audit outcomes regularly, e.g., are women or minority candidates advancing at the same rate? Case study: a financial services firm discovered its historical data favored candidates from certain universities. After retraining its model to focus on skills instead of pedigree, they saw a 25% increase in hires from non-traditional backgrounds, without sacrificing performance. 4.9 Metrics to track in AI-enhanced recruiting. To measure success, HR teams should track: time to fill, are roles being filled faster? Quality of hire, are new hires performing well and staying longer? Candidate experience scores, are applicants satisfied with the process? Diversity metrics, are candidate pools becoming more representative? 4.10 Implementation Roadmap. A step-by-step approach to adopting AI in recruiting. Audit current process, identify bottlenecks, e.g., resume screening backlog. Set goals: faster time to hire, more diverse candidates, better candidate experience. Choose tools carefully. Look for transparency, integration, and compliance features. Pilot the solution. Test on one department or role type before scaling. Train recruiters. Teach them how to interpret AI results and maintain human judgment. Monitor and adjust. Collect feedback, run bias audits, tweak as needed. Key takeaways from Chapter 4. AI can dramatically improve efficiency and fairness in recruiting, if implemented thoughtfully. Tools exist for every stage: job description creation, sourcing, screening, assessment, and engagement. Always keep a human in the loop to avoid over-reliance on algorithms. Monitor outcomes and audit for bias regularly. AI-enhanced recruiting should feel more human for candidates, not less. Chapter 5. Onboarding and employee experience with AI. You never get a second chance to make a first impression, and AI can help you get it right the first time. 5.1 Why onboarding matters. Onboarding is more than just filling out paperwork and getting a laptop. It's the critical bridge between hiring and employee success. Poor onboarding leads to hire early turnover. Studies show up to 20% of new hires quit within the first 45 days. Lower productivity. Employees take longer to reach full effectiveness. Reduced engagement, a bad first impression lingers. Great onboarding, on the other hand, increases retention by up to 82% and productivity by over 70%. AI can help HR deliver a personalized, efficient, and engaging onboarding experience at scale. 5.2 AI's role in onboarding. AI can transform onboarding by automating repetitive tasks, forms, IT requests, training reminders, creating personalized onboarding journeys based on role, location, and experience, acting as a 24/7 resource for new hire questions, tracking onboarding progress and flagging at-risk employees early. 5.3 Automating paperwork and compliance. One of the biggest onboarding pain points is paperwork. AI use cases. Document pre-fill. AI can auto-complete forms using existing candidate data. Error detection. NLP models can check documents for missing signatures or compliance issues. Smart workflows. Automatically route completed forms to payroll, IT, and managers. Example. A healthcare provider implemented an AI-enabled onboarding portal that reduced manual data entry by 60%, cutting onboarding time from 10 days to just 3. 5.4 Personalized onboarding journeys. Every new hire is different. AI can design custom onboarding paths based on role. Sales versus engineering have different needs. Location, local compliance, benefits, cultural norms. Experience level, first job versus senior executive. Practical application. AI recommends training modules based on the employee's background. Suggests mentors or buddy matches using skills and personality data. Creates a checklist tailored to the employee's department and tools. This approach makes onboarding feel human, not generic. 5.5 Chatbots as onboarding assistants. New hires have dozens of questions in their first few weeks. How do I access the benefits portal? Where do I find the org chart? Who do I contact for IT support? AI chatbots can answer these questions instantly, 24/7, without overloading HR staff. Advanced capabilities. Context awareness. Knows the employee's department, manager, and location. Escalation. Routes complex issues to the right HR representative when needed. Proactive nudges. Reminds employees of deadlines, e.g. benefits enrollment. 5.6 Tracking engagement and early performance. AI analytics can track early indicators of engagement. Logins to training portals. Participation in onboarding sessions. Response to surveys or feedback tools. If a new hire shows signs of disengagement, e.g., missing mandatory training, the system can alert HR or the manager to intervene early. 5.7 Case study. Personalized onboarding at scale. A global technology company with 10,000+ annual hires used AI to redesign onboarding. Implemented a chatbot for FAQs. Personalized learning paths for each job family. Used predictive analytics to identify new hires at risk of early attrition. Results. New hire satisfaction scores increased by 25%. Early turnover dropped by 18%. HR staff time spent on onboarding administration decreased by 40%. 5.8 Improving employee experience beyond day one. AI doesn't stop helping once onboarding is complete. It can support ongoing employee experience by pulse surveys, analyzing sentiment continuously to detect early problems. Personalized development plans, recommending training and career opportunities. Internal mobility matching, suggesting open roles that match employee skills and career goals. This creates a continuous onboarding mindset where employees feel supported throughout their tenure, not just in the first 90 days. 5.9 Avoiding common pitfalls. When using AI for onboarding and employee experience, HR teams should watch out for over-automation. Employees still want human connection. Pair AI with manager check-ins and personal touches. Information overload. Don't overwhelm new hires with too many AI-driven tasks or communications. Privacy concerns. Be clear about what data is being collected and how it will be used. 5.10 Implementation Checklist. To get started with AI-powered onboarding. Map the current journey. Identify where new hires experience delays or confusion. Prioritize pain points. Start with automating forms and FAQs. Choose tools that integrate. Ensure onboarding AI connects with HRIS, payroll, and IT systems. Pilot with a small cohort. Gather feedback from new hires and managers. Measure success. Track onboarding completion rates, time to productivity, and satisfaction scores. Iterate and personalize. Refine the process over time as AI learns from more data. Key takeaways from Chapter 5. AI can make onboarding faster, smoother, and more personalized, leading to better retention and engagement. Chatbots, automated workflows, and predictive analytics can save HR teams time while improving the new hire experience. Human touch still matters. Pair AI efficiency with manager involvement and culture-building activities. Treat onboarding as part of the entire employee experience journey, not just a one-time event. Chapter 6. Learning and Development with AI. An organization's ability to learn and translate that learning into action rapidly is the ultimate competitive advantage. Jack Welch. 6.1 Why Learning and Development, L&D, matters more than ever. In today's fast-changing workplace, skills are the new currency. The World Economic Forum predicts that 50% of all employees will need reskilling by 2027. The half-life of skills is shrinking. Many technical skills become obsolete within 3 to 5 years. Employees increasingly choose employers based on growth opportunities. LinkedIn reports that 94% of employees would stay longer if their company invested in their career development. This makes learning and development, L&D, a core HR function, and AI is revolutionizing how we design, deliver, and measure learning. 6.2 Traditional L&D versus AI-enhanced L&D. AI doesn't just make learning more efficient, it makes it more relevant, which drives participation and retention. 6.3 Adaptive Learning Systems. AI-powered learning platforms use algorithms to assess current skills using quizzes, performance data, or even work product analysis. Identify gaps, matching employee profiles against role requirements or future skill needs. Recommend content, serving up courses, videos, or projects tailored to the learner. Example: if a marketing manager struggles with data analytics, the system recommends short targeted modules to build that skill, not a 10-hour generic analytics course. 6.4 Skills Gap Analysis. AI can map the skills landscape of your entire workforce. What skills exist today? Where are the gaps relative to business strategy? Which employees are ready to step into critical future roles? This is especially powerful for workforce planning, ensuring you have the right capabilities for future growth. Succession planning, identifying hidden talent within the organization. Reskilling initiatives, prioritizing employees for retraining instead of hiring externally. 6.5 Personalized Career Pathing. AI can act as a career coach for employees by suggesting potential career paths based on skills, interests, and past experience. Recommending stretch assignments or mentors to accelerate development. Alerting employees to internal job openings that match their profile. This approach empowers employees to own their growth, increasing engagement and reducing turnover. 6.6 Microlearning and just-in-time training. Generative AI makes it easy to create bite-sized learning content. Short videos or articles explaining key concepts. On-demand job aids or checklists. AI-powered chatbots that answer, "How do I do this?" questions in real time. Example: a sales representative preparing for a client meeting can ask an AI assistant for a quick refresher on negotiation techniques, delivered in under 5 minutes. 6.7 Measuring learning effectiveness. AI analytics can go beyond completion rates to measure real impact. Are employees applying what they learn on the job? Has performance improved after training? Is there a correlation between learning participation and retention? Advanced platforms can even use predictive analytics to forecast ROI on learning investments. 6.8 Case Study: Building a Skills-First Culture. A global manufacturing company faced a shortage of skilled technicians. Instead of hiring externally, they launched an AI-powered reskilling program. Mapped the skills of existing employees using performance data and assessments. Recommended personalized training programs. Matched trained employees to open roles internally. Results: filled 65% of open technical roles with internal candidates. Reduced external hiring costs by 30%. Improved employee engagement scores, as workers saw clear career opportunities. 6.9 Challenges and Pitfalls. When using AI for L&D, HR should watch for content overload. Too many recommendations can overwhelm employees. Equity concerns. Ensure all employees have equal access to AI-driven learning, regardless of role or location. Privacy. Be transparent about what employee data is being used to make recommendations. Over-automation. Human mentoring and coaching should still play a key role. 6.10 Implementation Roadmap. Audit current L&D programs. What's working? Where are the gaps? Identify key skills. Align with business strategy and future needs. Choose AI-powered LMS or LXP. Look for personalization, analytics, and easy content creation. Pilot with a target group. Test with one department before scaling. Communicate value to employees. Show them how the system benefits their career. Track and iterate. Use analytics to refine recommendations and improve engagement. Key takeaways from Chapter 6. AI allows companies to shift from program-based learning to personalized skills-first learning. Adaptive systems ensure employees get the right content at the right time. Skills gap analysis and career pathing can improve retention and internal mobility. Human connection remains essential. Pair AI recommendations with mentoring and coaching. Measuring learning outcomes, not just completions, proves ROI and strengthens the case for continued investment. Chapter 7. Performance Management with AI. What gets measured gets managed, but what gets measured with AI can get mismanaged if we're not careful. 7.1 Why Performance Management Needs a Reboot. Traditional performance reviews have several well-known problems. They are too infrequent, often annual. They rely heavily on subjective manager ratings, which can be biased. They focus on past performance, not future growth. They are dreaded by both employees and managers. AI can transform performance management from a backward-looking, compliance-driven process into a continuous data-informed, growth-oriented system. 7.2 The Role of AI in Modern Performance Management. AI enables continuous feedback, collecting and analyzing performance data in real time. Goal alignment, recommending relevant OKRs or KPIs based on business priorities. Bias detection, flagging potential rating inconsistencies or patterns of unfairness. Predictive insights, identifying top performers or employees at risk of disengagement. 7.3 From annual reviews to continuous performance conversations. AI-powered systems can track progress on goals automatically by integrating with work tools, e.g. CRM project management software. Prompt managers to give feedback at regular intervals. Aggregate peer feedback and 360-degree reviews in real time. Example: instead of waiting for the annual review, a sales manager receives a monthly AI-generated report summarizing each team member's progress, customer feedback, and deal outcomes, making coaching conversations more timely and data-driven. 7.4 Setting and cascading goals with AI. AI can recommend and help track goals by suggesting smart goals aligned with company strategy, Identifying dependencies between individual and team objectives. Alerting employees when goals are at risk based on work patterns. This ensures better alignment between individual contributions and organizational outcomes. 7.5 Identifying and reducing bias. Performance ratings are often influenced by unconscious bias, e.g., gender, recency, similarity bias. AI can help by analyzing historical ratings for patterns, e.g., are women consistently rated lower on leadership? Providing managers with nudges or warnings when their ratings deviate from norms. Standardizing evaluation criteria across teams. Caution: AI can also replicate bias if trained on biased historical data. Regular auditing and human oversight are critical. 7.6 Predictive performance analytics. AI can spot trends before they become problems. Early warning for underperformance, identifying skill gaps or workload issues that may affect outcomes. Turnover prediction, combining engagement, performance, and sentiment data to flag at-risk employees. High potential identification, finding employees with strong performance patterns who might be ready for promotion. Example: a consulting firm used predictive analytics to flag consultants at risk of burnout based on workload, travel data, and timesheet patterns. Interventions, reduced hours, wellness programs, led to a 15% drop in voluntary turnover. 7.7 Coaching and development recommendations. AI can serve as a manager's assistant by suggesting tailored coaching actions based on employee performance data, recommending learning modules or mentors for skill development, providing conversation starters for feedback sessions. This turns performance management into a growth conversation rather than a compliance exercise. 7.8 Balancing measurement and trust. The risk with AI in performance management is creating a big brother feeling if monitoring becomes too intrusive. Best practices to maintain trust. Be transparent about what data is collected and how it's used. Focus on development, not just evaluation. Give employees access to their own performance dashboards so they can self-correct. Allow managers to add qualitative context. Don't rely only on numbers. 7.9 Case study: AI-driven performance at scale. A global retail chain implemented an AI-driven performance platform that pulled sales, attendance, and customer satisfaction data daily, flagged top performers for recognition programs, recommended coaching for employees falling behind. Results: manager one-on-one meetings became more focused and actionable. Overall store productivity improved by 12% in 1 year. Employee satisfaction with performance reviews increased by 20%. 7.10 Implementation roadmap. Audit current performance process. Identify pain points, bias, lack of feedback, low engagement. Select AI platform. Look for goal tracking, feedback integration, and analytics capabilities. Pilot with a team or function. Test with a willing group of managers and employees. Train managers. Teach them to use AI insights responsibly and ethically. Communicate with employees. Explain the benefits and safeguards to build trust. Measure impact. Track engagement, goal completion, and retention improvements. Key takeaways from Chapter 7. AI can make performance management continuous, fairer, and more data-driven. Predictive analytics help prevent problems and support proactive coaching. Transparency and employee trust are crucial. Avoid creating a surveillance culture. The goal is not to replace human judgment, but to enhance it with better data and insights. Chapter 8. Employee engagement and retention with AI. People don't leave companies, they leave experiences. AI helps you see those experiences clearly and act before it's too late. 8.1 Why engagement and retention matter. Employee engagement is not just a feel-good metric, it directly affects business outcomes. Highly engaged teams show 21% higher profitability, Gallup. Disengaged employees cost companies billions in lost productivity annually. Replacing an employee can cost 1.5-2x their salary, making retention a critical cost-saving strategy. AI provides HR professionals with the tools to measure engagement more accurately, identify flight risks earlier, and personalize interventions to keep top talent. 8.2 Traditional engagement measurement versus AI-driven approach. 8.3 Continuous listening with AI. AI enables always-on engagement tracking by analyzing pulse surveys, short frequent surveys that measure mood and engagement. Collaboration data, patterns in email, chat, and meeting activity, volume not content, to detect burnout. Feedback platforms, open text comments analyzed with natural language processing, NLP. This creates a real-time engagement dashboard for HR and managers, allowing quick action instead of waiting a year for survey results. 8.4 Sentiment analysis. NLP-powered sentiment analysis can scan employee comments, support tickets, or internal chat channels to detect emotional tone, positive, neutral, negative. Identify trending topics, e.g., dissatisfaction with workload, excitement about new initiatives. Surface hotspots where intervention is needed. Example: an AI tool detected a sudden increase in negative sentiment around workload in one department. HR discovered a manager was assigning unrealistic deadlines, and a coaching intervention prevented a spike in resignations. 8.5 Predicting employee attrition. Predictive models can use historical data to identify employees who may be at risk of leaving. Key indicators may include decline in engagement survey scores, reduced participation in team meetings, lower output compared to past performance, career stagnation, no promotion or lateral moves for years. Important: these predictions must be handled ethically. Employees should not be punished for being flagged. Instead, use the insights to open supportive conversations. 8.6 Personalized retention strategies. Once at-risk employees are identified, AI can suggest interventions such as offering tailored development opportunities, adjusting workload or team assignments, providing recognition or rewards aligned with employee preferences, suggesting internal mobility options before employees look externally. This proactive approach can significantly reduce unwanted turnover. 8.7 Manager dashboards. AI can empower managers with real-time insights into their team's engagement. Engagement scores by topic, e.g., workload, recognition, career growth. Turnover risk levels for individuals and teams. Recommended actions, coaching sessions, recognition, check-ins. This puts actionable data directly in the hands of people leaders. 8.8 Case study, predictive retention in action. A large software company faced high turnover among its engineers. Using AI, they analyzed factors contributing to attrition, manager quality, career pathing, workload. Built a predictive model to flag at-risk employees. Provided managers with retention toolkits. Results: voluntary attrition dropped by 14% within 1 year. High performer attrition decreased even more, saving millions in replacement costs. 8.9 Avoiding ethical pitfalls. Engagement and retention analytics can be sensitive. Best practices include transparency. Inform employees about data collection and its purpose. Privacy protection. Aggregate and anonymize data where possible. Avoid surveillance culture. Focus on trends, not micromanaging individuals. Human review. Use AI as a signal, but have managers validate before acting. 8.10 Implementation roadmap. Define engagement metrics. Decide what engagement means for your organization. Select listening tools. Combine surveys, sentiment analysis, and collaboration data. Build predictive models. Train them on historical data, voluntary exits, performance scores. Enable managers. Provide dashboards and training on interpreting data. Take visible action. Share insights with employees and explain how you're addressing concerns. Measure ROI. Track changes in engagement, retention rates, and performance outcomes. Key takeaways from Chapter 8. AI enables a continuous, real-time approach to employee engagement measurement. Sentiment analysis and predictive models allow HR to act before problems escalate. Personalized retention strategies keep top performers engaged and reduce costly turnover. Transparency and ethical use of data are essential to build trust. The goal is not to watch employees, but to understand and support them better. Chapter 9. Workforce Planning and Analytics with AI. The right people in the right roles at the right time, that's not luck. That's workforce planning powered by data and AI. 9.1 Why workforce planning matters. Workforce planning ensures your company has the skills, capacity, and organizational structure needed to achieve its goals, today and tomorrow. Without effective planning, companies face skill shortages that stall growth, overstaffing that drains resources, reactive hiring that leads to rushed, poor-fit decisions. AI empowers HR to move from reactive to proactive, and from gut feeling to data-driven strategy. 9.2 The shift to evidence-based HR. Traditional workforce planning often relied on spreadsheets, historical headcount data, and intuition. AI allows HR to forecast future workforce needs with more accuracy. Model what-if scenarios, e.g., what happens if turnover spikes by 10%? Align workforce decisions with financial and operational planning. This positions HR as a strategic advisor alongside finance and operations. 9.3 Key components of AI-driven workforce planning. AI-driven workforce planning covers three main areas. Demand forecasting predicts how many employees you'll need and what skills will be required. Uses business growth projections, sales forecasts, and market trends. Supply forecasting analyzes current workforce data, headcount, skills inventory, attrition patterns. Predicts internal mobility and retirement rates. Gap analysis identifies where demand will exceed supply, skill gaps, talent shortages. Recommends actions: hire, reskill, redeploy, or automate tasks. 9.4 Predictive analytics for workforce needs. AI can answer questions like, how many software engineers will we need in 18 months based on product roadmap? Which roles are likely to experience high turnover next quarter? What percentage of our workforce is at risk of retirement in the next 5 years? Example: a manufacturing company used predictive analytics to anticipate a wave of retirements among skilled technicians. They launched a targeted apprenticeship program, avoiding a critical labor shortage that could have halted production. 9.5 Skills inventory and AI-powered talent mapping. AI can automatically build a skills inventory by analyzing resumes, LinkedIn profiles, and HRIS data. Work outputs, e.g., code repositories, project documentation. Learning platform completions and certifications. This allows HR to visualize current skills distribution. Hidden talent pools, e.g., employees who could be promoted. Where to invest in reskilling versus external hiring. 9.6 Scenario planning with AI. AI allows HR to model different workforce scenarios, such as growth: what if we expand into a new market? Contraction: how do we handle a 10% revenue decline? Technology change: how will automation affect headcount needs? These simulations help HR and business leaders make evidence-based decisions that balance cost, capacity, and culture. 9.7 Connecting workforce planning to business outcomes. The power of AI lies in connecting workforce analytics with business metrics. Linking headcount plans to revenue growth projections. Showing cost implications of under or overstaffing. Measuring ROI of reskilling programs by tracking productivity gains. This is where HR earns credibility as a strategic partner to the C-suite. 9.8 Case Study, Strategic Workforce Planning in Action. A global retail chain faced seasonal hiring challenges and high turnover. They used AI to forecast peak staffing needs store by store, predict which employees were likely to leave before the holiday season, launch retention bonuses and flexible scheduling for at-risk employees. Results: reduced last-minute hiring by 30%, increased customer satisfaction scores during peak season, lowered overtime costs by better matching labor supply to demand. 9.9 Challenges and Ethical Considerations. AI in workforce planning is powerful, but HR must be mindful of data quality. Inaccurate data leads to poor forecasts. Bias. Ensure predictive models don't disadvantage certain groups, e.g., older workers flagged for retirement. Change management. Managers may resist data-driven staffing recommendations that conflict with intuition. Privacy. Use aggregated data when possible. Avoid intrusive monitoring of individuals. 9.10 Implementation Roadmap. Audit current data. Ensure HRIS and workforce data are clean and reliable. Define business questions. What do you want to forecast? Headcount, skills, attrition? Select AI tools, workforce analytics platforms with forecasting and modeling capabilities. Collaborate with finance and operations. Align workforce planning with business planning cycles. Run scenarios and share insights. Present data to leadership in a business-friendly format. Iterate and improve. Use outcomes to refine predictive models over time. Key takeaways from Chapter 9. AI turns workforce planning from a spreadsheet exercise into a strategic capability. Predictive analytics can help prevent talent shortages and reduce costly overstaffing. Skills inventories and scenario planning give HR the tools to shape the future workforce. Collaboration with finance, operations, and business leaders is critical to success. The ultimate goal: put the right people with the right skills in the right roles at the right time, proactively, not reactively. Chapter 10. Compensation and Benefits Optimization with AI. Fair pay and meaningful benefits aren't just perks, they are a competitive advantage. AI helps HR design rewards that are fair, strategic, and tailored to what employees value most. 10.1 Why Compensation and Benefits Matter. Compensation is one of the biggest drivers of employee attraction and retention, but also one of the most complex areas for our key challenges HR faces. Keeping pay competitive in a changing market. Ensuring internal equity and compliance with pay transparency laws. Designing benefits that meet diverse employee needs. Controlling costs while maintaining employee satisfaction. AI can help HR professionals navigate these challenges with data-driven precision. 10.2 Traditional Pay Structures versus AI-Enhanced Approach. 10.3 Market Benchmarking with AI. Instead of relying on outdated salary survey data, AI can aggregate real-time compensation data from multiple sources: job postings, payroll data, public filings. Adjust for geography, company size, and industry. Provide dynamic pay ranges that reflect current market conditions. Example: a fast-growing tech startup used AI-powered benchmarking to adjust pay for software engineers every quarter. This helped them stay competitive in a hot talent market and cut voluntary turnover by 12%. 10.4 Pay Equity Analysis. Pay equity is both a legal requirement in many jurisdictions and a fairness imperative. AI can compare compensation across gender, race, tenure, and location. Identify unexplained pay gaps after adjusting for role, performance, and experience. Suggest corrective actions, e.g., targeted salary adjustments. Best practice: communicate results transparently to employees, showing that equity is not just a compliance exercise, but a company value. 10.5 Skills-Based Pay and the Future of Compensation. AI can help shift organizations from job-based pay structures to skills-based pay models by mapping which skills are scarce and most valuable, recommending differential pay for employees who hold in-demand skills, allowing employees to see how gaining new skills could increase their earning potential. This creates a direct link between learning, performance, and rewards, motivating employees to grow. 10.6 Benefits Optimization. Benefits represent a significant portion of total rewards, but they are often underutilized. AI can analyze usage data to identify which benefits employees actually value, recommend personalized benefit bundles, e.g., childcare support for parents, wellness stipends for younger workers, predict which new benefits would have the biggest impact on engagement and retention. Example: a global professional services firm used AI to segment employees and discovered that mental health resources were a top priority for Gen Z staff. Expanding mental health benefits led to a measurable increase in engagement scores. 10.7 Total Rewards Personalization. AI can power total rewards portals that show employees the full value of their compensation package, salary, bonus, benefits, equity. Provide interactive tools to model different benefit choices. Offer suggestions for maximizing benefits, e.g., retirement savings contributions. This transparency boosts employee perception of fairness and total compensation value. 10.8 Cost Optimization and Scenario Planning. AI can run simulations to help HR and finance answer questions like: what happens to total payroll cost if we increase base pay by 5% across the board? What if we shift more compensation to variable pay tied to performance? How do different benefit package configurations affect both cost and satisfaction? This allows HR to design strategic data-backed compensation plans that balance cost control with talent retention. 10.9 Challenges and Ethical Considerations. AI in compensation must be handled with care. Bias in models. Historical pay inequities can be baked into AI recommendations, requiring regular audits. Transparency. Employees should understand how salary ranges and adjustments are determined. Compliance. AI recommendations must comply with pay transparency laws and equal pay regulations. Employee trust. Over-automation may feel impersonal. HR should communicate pay decisions with empathy. 10.10 Implementation Roadmap. Audit current pay and benefits data. Ensure accuracy and completeness. Define compensation philosophy: market-leading, market-matching, or cost-containment focused? Select AI tools. Prioritize pay equity analysis, benchmarking, and scenario modeling features. Pilot on a subset. Start with one business unit or geography. Engage finance and legal. Ensure alignment with budgets and compliance. Communicate transparently. Share pay philosophy and changes with employees. Measure impact. Track retention, offer acceptance rates, and employee satisfaction. Key takeaways from Chapter 10. AI allows HR to build more competitive, fair, and personalized compensation and benefits programs. Pay equity analysis and real-time benchmarking are critical to attracting and retaining talent. Personalization of benefits can increase engagement without necessarily increasing cost. Transparency and ethics are crucial. AI should make rewards fairer, not more opaque. Strategic workforce rewards planning should be tied directly to business outcomes. Chapter 11. Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion DEI with AI. AI can shine a light on hidden inequities, but only if we use it responsibly. When applied thoughtfully, AI becomes a powerful partner in building a fair and inclusive workplace. 11.1 Why DEI Matters for Business. Diverse and inclusive companies consistently outperform their peers. 35% more likely to financially outperform industry medians, McKinsey. Greater innovation and problem solving due to cognitive diversity. Stronger employer brand and ability to attract top talent. But measuring DEI progress has historically been challenging, relying on self-reported data, manual tracking, and lagging indicators. AI changes this by enabling data-driven DAI strategies. 11.2 AI's role in DAI. AI can support DAI across multiple HR functions. Recruitment, reduce bias in job descriptions, screening, and interview processes. Pay equity, detect and close pay gaps across demographics. Promotion analysis, track advancement opportunities and ensure equitable career paths. Engagement measurement, assess inclusion through sentiment analysis and feedback data. 11.3 Identifying bias in talent processes. Bias can creep into hiring, performance reviews, promotions, and even terminations. AI can analyze hiring data to spot disproportionate drop-offs for certain groups. Review performance ratings for patterns that disadvantage minorities or women. Flag job descriptions with gendered or exclusive language. Example: an AI tool flagged that job postings for engineering roles contained words like rockstar and dominant, which research shows can discourage female applicants. After revising language, applications from women increased by 22%. 11.4 I for inclusive hiring. Key applications include blind screening, removing personally identifiable information from resumes to focus on skills. Diverse candidate sourcing. AI can recommend underrepresented candidates based on publicly available profiles. Structured interviewing, generating consistent skills-based questions to reduce subjective bias. Best practice: pair AI with human oversight. Final decisions should still be made by trained bias-aware recruiters and hiring managers. 11.5 Measuring representation and equity. AI can help HR measure workforce diversity more accurately by building dashboards that track representation at each level of the organization, monitoring hiring, promotion, and turnover rates by demographic group, providing predictive alerts when representation may decline, e.g., high attrition risk among women in leadership roles. This turns DAI from an annual report into a real-time metric. 11.6 Understanding inclusion with sentiment analysis. Diversity is about numbers. Inclusion is about experience. AI-powered sentiment analysis can scan employee survey comments for themes related to belonging, fairness, and psychological safety. Highlight differences in sentiment between demographic groups. Identify specific teams or managers where inclusion may be lagging. This allows HR to take targeted action instead of broad generic initiatives. 11.7 Building fair algorithms. AI can inadvertently perpetuate historical inequities if models are trained on biased data. To prevent this, use diverse, representative datasets for model training. Regularly audit models for disparate impact on protected groups. Apply techniques like fairness constraints and bias correction algorithms. Involve cross-functional teams, HR, legal, ethics in reviewing AI tools. 11.8 Communicating progress transparently. Employees and stakeholders expect accountability. Use AI-powered analytics to publish representation statistics, pay equity progress, promotion and mobility outcomes by demographic group. Transparency builds trust and reinforces commitment to change. 11.9 Case study: AI-driven DAI transformation. A multinational consulting firm used AI to analyze its workforce data and discovered women were underrepresented in senior management. Performance ratings for women were consistently lower despite similar outcomes. Action taken: introduced blind performance calibration using AI. Launched mentorship programs targeting career development for underrepresented groups. Results: promotion rates for women improved by 18% over 2 years. Employee inclusion scores rose significantly in engagement surveys. 11.10 Challenges and ethical considerations. AI for DAI carries unique risks. Privacy. Employees must consent to demographic data collection. False positives. AI may misclassify data or overstate bias patterns. Tokenism risk. Focus should be on genuine inclusion, not just hitting quotas. Over-reliance on AI. Human judgment and cultural initiatives remain essential. 11.11 Implementation Roadmap. Define DEI goals, representation, pay equity, inclusion experience. Gather data, demographics, hiring outcomes, promotion history, engagement data. Choose tools carefully, ensure vendors meet fairness and compliance standards. Audit and clean data, remove bias where possible before training models. Analyze and act, focus on specific interventions with measurable outcomes. Communicate results, share progress regularly with employees and leadership. Iterate continuously. DEI is an ongoing journey, not a one-time project. Key takeaways from Chapter 11. AI can uncover hidden inequities and help HR design fairer processes. Inclusive hiring, pay equity analysis, and promotion tracking are high-impact use cases. Bias mitigation must be built into AI models and continuously monitored. Transparency and employee trust are critical to success. AI is a tool, not a substitute for strong leadership commitment to DEI. Chapter 12. Performance Management and Feedback with AI. Performance management shouldn't be about judgment, it should be about growth. AI helps HR create a fairer, faster, and more future-focused process for everyone. 12.1 The problem with traditional performance reviews. Most employees and managers dislike annual reviews. Common issues include bias and subjectivity. Ratings often reflect recency bias or personal preference. Infrequency. Annual reviews fail to capture real-time performance trends. Paperwork overload. Managers spend more time filling forms than coaching. Lack of actionability. Employees don't get clear guidance for improvement. AI allows HR to modernize performance management, making it continuous, objective, and actionable. 12.2 I enhance performance management. AI can support performance management in three major ways. Continuous feedback and check-ins. Automated prompts and tools encourage regular manager-employee conversations. Objective performance measurement. AI can analyze data, output, project completion, collaboration metrics to support fair ratings. Personalized development plans. AI recommends learning resources and next steps based on skill gaps. 12.3 Real-time feedback systems. AI-powered feedback tools can allow employees and peers to give quick, structured feedback after key events, e.g., project delivery. Use natural language processing, NLP, to summarize themes and sentiment. Prompt managers when feedback trends suggest an employee needs support or recognition. Example: an organization using AI-driven feedback tools saw a 3x increase in the frequency of check-ins, which correlated with higher engagement and improved retention. 12.4 Objective performance measurement. AI helps reduce bias by focusing on data, not opinions. Project output data tracks deliverables and completion rates. Collaboration metrics measures participation in meetings or knowledge sharing, volume not content. Customer feedback aggregates ratings, NPS scores, or support satisfaction. By combining these signals, AI creates a performance scorecard that supports manager decisions rather than replacing them. 12.5 Bias detection in reviews. AI can analyze performance review text, too. Detect gendered language, e.g., women described as hardworking, while men as strategic. Flag inconsistencies in rating distribution between teams. Recommend calibration sessions where patterns suggest potential bias. Best practice. Pair AI insights with manager training on inclusive evaluation practices. 12.6 Personalized coaching and development. AI can suggest learning resources based on skills employees need for their next career step. Mentorship matches, pairing employees with mentors who have similar growth goals. Career paths, highlighting internal opportunities that align with employee strengths. This shifts performance management from judgment to continuous development. 12.7 Manager Dashboards. AI dashboards can show managers real-time performance trends for their team, recognition and feedback activity levels, AI-suggested talking points for one-on-one meetings, recommended actions for low engagement or at-risk employees. This gives managers actionable insights, not just historical data. 12.8 Employee Empowerment. Employees benefit when AI tools allow them to track their own goals and progress, request feedback anytime, not just at review season, see personalized recommendations for growth, compare their performance to team benchmarks in a fair, anonymized way. This creates a sense of ownership and agency over their career development. 12.9 Case Study. Continuous Performance at Scale. A global technology company replaced annual reviews with AI-enabled continuous performance management. Employees received monthly feedback summaries. AI flagged employees at risk of underperformance early. Learning recommendations were automatically generated. Results. Employee satisfaction with performance management rose by 40%. Voluntary turnover among high performers decreased significantly. Managers reported spending less time on paperwork and more time on coaching. 12.10 Challenges and Ethical Considerations. Data privacy. Ensure employees know what data is being analyzed. Over-monitoring risk. Avoid turning performance management into surveillance. Algorithm transparency. Explain how AI scores or flags employees. Human judgment. Final decisions must always involve managers. AI is an assistant, not a judge. 12.11 Implementation Roadmap. Audit current performance process. Identify pain points for employees and managers. Choose AI tools. Look for platforms with bias detection, feedback capture, and development planning. Pilot with a small group. Test continuous feedback and AI-generated insights. Train managers. Teach them how to use dashboards and interpret AI recommendations. Communicate to employees. Emphasize that AI is for support, not surveillance. Iterate. Gather feedback and refine the process before full rollout. Key takeaways from Chapter 12. AI can transform performance management into a continuous, growth-oriented process. Objective data and bias detection help ensure fairness. Personalized development recommendations make performance reviews actionable. Transparency and employee trust are critical. AI should feel like a coach, not a critic. The ultimate goal: create a culture where feedback is ongoing, constructive, and tied to career growth. Chapter 13. Learning and Development (L&D) with AI. In the age of rapid change, the half-life of skills is shrinking. AI allows L&D to deliver the right learning to the right person at the right time and prove its impact. 13.1. The New Learning Imperative. Business models, technologies, and roles are evolving faster than ever. Research shows 50% of all employees will need reskilling by 2025, World Economic Forum. Skills can become obsolete in less than 5 years in many industries. Organizations that invest in continuous learning see higher engagement and retention. AI helps HR move from a one-size-fits-all training approach to adaptive, personalized, and strategic learning ecosystems. 13.2 Challenges with traditional L&D. Generic training content that doesn't match employees' real needs. Low participation rates due to poor timing or lack of relevance. Difficulty proving ROI to the business. L&D seen as a cost center rather than a strategic driver. AI-powered solutions solve these by making learning relevant, measurable, and business-aligned. 13.3 Personalized learning paths. AI can analyze employee data, roles, skills, past learning history, performance to recommend custom learning paths for skill development. Microlearning modules to fit into busy schedules. Stretch projects or mentorships as learning opportunities. Example: a financial services firm used AI to create individualized development plans for every employee. Participation in L&D programs increased by 45%, and internal mobility went up by 20%. 13.4 Skills Gap Analysis. AI can map your current workforce skills inventory and compare it to future business strategy, skills needed for new products or markets, industry benchmarks, emerging technologies or roles. This allows HR to identify critical skill gaps and prioritize which programs to build or buy. 13.5 Adaptive Learning Platforms. AI-driven learning platforms can adjust difficulty level in real time based on learner performance. Recommend additional content for weak areas. Skip over content the learner has already mastered. This keeps learners engaged and maximizes time spent on what really matters. 13.6 Career Pathing and Internal Mobility. AI can recommend career paths and relevant training to help employees move into future roles. You're currently a data analyst. 80% of your skills match a data scientist role. Suggest upskilling modules to close the gap. Alert HR to internal candidates ready for promotion. This helps retain talent and reduces external hiring costs. 13.7 Measuring Learning Impact. One of L&D's biggest challenges has been proving ROI. AI helps by linking learning completion data to performance improvements, tracking business KPIs impacted by training, sales growth, error reduction, predicting which training interventions will have the biggest impact before rollout. 13.8 Learning in the Flow of Work. AI enables just-in-time learning, recommending quick resources when an employee faces a specific challenge, e.g., preparing for a sales pitch. Integrating with collaboration tools, Slack Teams, to surface learning content where employees already work. Using chatbots to answer questions or guide learners to the right resource instantly. 13.9 Knowledge Retention and Reinforcement. AI can send reminders and quizzes to reinforce learning over time, spaced repetition. Identify knowledge gaps by analyzing work output. Automatically suggest refresher modules to maintain competency. This ensures learning sticks and translates to improved job performance. 13.10 Case Study, Reskilling at Scale. A manufacturing company facing automation displacement used AI to map skills of workers whose roles were being phased out. Recommend reskilling programs aligned with future production needs. Monitor progress and adjust recommendations dynamically. Results: over 60% of affected employees transitioned into new roles. Reduced layoffs and protected institutional knowledge. 13.11 Challenges and Ethical Considerations. Data privacy. Employees should control what learning data is shared. Bias. Ensure AI does not reinforce existing inequities, e.g., recommending better opportunities to certain groups. Over-automation. Avoid making learning too impersonal. Human mentorship remains vital. Change management. Encourage managers to support and prioritize learning. 13.12 Implementation Roadmap. Assess business strategy. Identify future skills needed for success. Conduct skills inventory. Use AI to map current workforce capabilities. Select learning platform. Look for features like personalization, adaptive learning, and ROI analytics. Create personalized plans. Launch pilot programs for key roles. Integrate into workflows. Embed learning into daily tools and routines. Measure impact. Track skill acquisition, performance improvement, and retention. Scale and iterate. Continuously refine content and recommendations. Key takeaways from Chapter 13. AI allows HR to deliver relevant, personalized, and measurable learning experiences. Skills mapping and gap analysis make L&D a strategic enabler of business success. Adaptive and just-in-time learning keep employees engaged and productive. Measuring ROI turns L&D from a cost center into a growth driver. The goal: create a continuous learning culture where employees are always future-ready. Chapter 14: Employee Experience and Well-Being with AI. A thriving workforce is a productive workforce. AI gives HR the power to spot problems early, support well-being at scale, and build a workplace where people truly want to stay. 14.1 Why Employee Experience and Well-Being Matter. Organizations that invest in employee experience and well-being see 23% higher profitability, Gallup research, better retention and reduced absenteeism, higher engagement and productivity levels. Employee experience goes beyond perks. It includes how employees feel at every stage of the employee lifecycle: onboarding, daily work, recognition, development, and even offboarding. 14.2 Challenges in managing employee experience. Well-being data is often fragmented across HR systems, surveys, and benefit providers. HR learns about burnout or disengagement too late. Wellness programs are often generic, failing to meet diverse employee needs. Measuring ROI on employee experience initiatives is difficult. AI enables real-time listening, personalized interventions, and data-driven decision-making. 14.3 AI-powered employee listening. AI can analyze multiple data streams to get a real-time view of employee sentiment. Pulse surveys, frequent short surveys with automatic analysis of results. Sentiment analysis, NLP applied to comments, chat messages, and help desk tickets. Behavioral data, collaboration patterns, meeting overload, email volume, as early indicators of burnout. This enables HR to create a continuous employee experience dashboard. 14.4 Predicting burnout and stress. AI can detect early warning signs of burnout, such as sudden drops in productivity, excessive working hours outside normal patterns, decline in participation in team meetings or collaboration tools. Best practice: use aggregate, anonymized data to avoid targeting individuals. The goal is to protect privacy while identifying at-risk groups. 14.5 Personalized well-being recommendations. AI can recommend mental health resources, therapy, mindfulness sessions, physical wellness programs, fitness challenges, ergonomic advice, financial well-being tools, budget coaching, retirement planning. By tailoring recommendations to individual needs and preferences, HR can significantly increase adoption rates. 14.6 Enhancing the end-to-end employee experience. AI can improve every stage of the employee lifecycle. Onboarding. Automated chatbots answer FAQs, provide personalized orientation plans. Day-to-day work. AI assistants help employees find information quickly, reducing frustration. Recognition. AI suggests when to celebrate milestones or achievements. Offboarding. AI surveys provide insights into exit drivers, improving future retention. 14.7 Case Study: Reducing Burnout with AI. A global consulting firm used AI to monitor workload and meeting data. They found that consultants on certain projects had 30% higher after-hours email activity. These consultants reported higher stress levels and lower engagement. Action taken. HR worked with project managers to rebalance workloads and introduce mandatory no-meeting Fridays. Results: burnout scores dropped by 18% over 6 months. Client satisfaction improved as employee well-being increased. 14.8 ROI of well-being programs. AI helps HR demonstrate business impact by linking well-being initiatives to productivity metrics, tracking reductions in absenteeism and healthcare costs, correlating engagement scores with retention and performance outcomes. This turns employee experience from a soft initiative into a hard business metric. 14.9 Ethical and privacy considerations. Employee experience data is highly sensitive. HR must be transparent about what data is being collected and why. Use aggregated, anonymized data wherever possible. Avoid surveillance culture. Focus on trends, not micromanaging individuals. Gain consent before analyzing personal health or wellness data. Trust is essential. If employees feel monitored instead of supported, programs can backfire. 14.10 Implementation Roadmap. Define employee experience goals: engagement, well-being, retention, productivity. Integrate listening tools. Combine surveys, sentiment analysis, and usage data. Analyze and segment data. Identify groups or regions needing support. Launch targeted initiatives. Focus on high-impact interventions, e.g., workload management wellness programs. Communicate transparently. Share findings and explain changes to employees. Measure impact. Track both employee satisfaction and business outcomes. Iterate continuously. Refine programs based on data insights. Key takeaways from Chapter 14. AI enables real-time monitoring of employee sentiment and well-being. Early detection of burnout can prevent costly turnover and health issues. Personalized wellness recommendations increase program participation. Measuring ROI proves that employee experience investments drive business results. Ethical use of data and transparency are critical to building trust. Chapter 15. HR chatbots and virtual assistants. Employees expect consumer-grade experiences at work. AI-powered chatbots make HR more accessible, faster, and always available, freeing HR teams to focus on strategy. 15.1 The rise of conversational HR. Employees today expect instant answers. They're used to Alexa, Siri, and Google. Traditional HR service models rely on help desk tickets, shared inboxes, policy documents buried in intranets. This creates delays and frustration. HR chatbots provide 24/7 support and can resolve common questions in seconds. 15.2 What HR chatbots can do. AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants can answer FAQs, leave policy, benefits enrollment deadlines, payroll dates. Guide employees through processes, requesting PTO, updating personal information. Route complex issues to the right HR professional. Send reminders, performance review deadlines, mandatory training. Collect feedback after interactions to improve continuously. 15.3 Benefits of HR chatbots. 15.4 Real-world use cases. 1. Onboarding. Chatbots guide new hires through paperwork, introduce them to company culture, and remind them of key tasks. 2. Benefits enrollment. Employees can ask which health plan is best for a family of 4 and get guided answers. 3. Policy navigation. Instead of digging through PDFs, employees type, "What is the parental leave policy?" and get an instant summary. 4. Employee feedback collection. Chatbots can ask, "How was your onboarding experience?" and feed responses into engagement analytics. 15.5 Integration with HR systems. Modern HR chatbots integrate with HRIS platforms, Workday, SAP SuccessFactors, Oracle HCM. Payroll systems. Learning management systems, LMS. Collaboration tools, Microsoft Teams, Slack. This makes them a single point of contact for all HR services. 15.6 AI capabilities that make chatbots smarter. Natural language processing, NLP, understands questions even when phrased differently. Context awareness, remembers past conversations to provide continuity. Personalization, provides answers tailored to the employee's location, role, and eligibility. Machine learning, improves over time by learning from repeated queries. 15.7 Human plus AI collaboration. The best HR chatbot strategies combine automation with a human touch. Chatbot handles Tier 1 inquiries, routine, transactional. Complex, sensitive, or escalated issues are routed to HR professionals. HR uses insights from chatbot data to update policies or FAQs proactively. 15.8 Implementation Best Practices. Start small. Begin with top 10 FAQs before expanding. Involve employees. Test chatbot responses with a pilot group. Train on your data. Feed the bot with company-specific policies and language. Keep it conversational. Use friendly, clear language. Maintain a human escalation path. Always allow employees to talk to a person. Continuously update, review unanswered questions, and improve knowledge base. 15.9 Case Study. HR Chatbot Transformation. A large retail chain with 50,000 employees implemented an HR chatbot. Answered 70% of HR questions without human intervention. Reduced HR service center call volume by 40%. Collected feedback that revealed employees needed clearer PTO policies, leading to an updated policy rollout. Employee satisfaction with HR services increased significantly. 15.10 Challenges and Risks. Accuracy. Poorly trained chatbots frustrate users quickly. Privacy. Ensure compliance with data protection regulations, GDPR, CCPA. Adoption. Employees may initially prefer human contact, require change management. Over-automation. Avoid making employees feel like they can never reach a human. 15.11 Measuring Success. Key metrics to track. Chatbot usage and adoption rate. Resolution rate. Percentage of queries solved without escalation. Average response time improvement. HR team time saved. Employee satisfaction with chatbot experience. 15.12 Future Trends. Voice-enabled HR assistants. Employees will use voice to interact with HR systems. Proactive support. Bots will push alerts, e.g., your benefits enrollment window closes in 3 days. AI plus analytics integration. Real-time insights on employee needs will shape HR strategy. Key takeaways from Chapter 15. HR chatbots improve accessibility, speed, and consistency of HR support. They free HR teams to focus on strategic initiatives rather than repetitive questions. Integration with HR systems is critical for seamless employee experiences. Successful implementation requires a human escalation path and ongoing improvement. The future of HR service delivery is conversational, proactive, and personalized. Chapter 16. People Analytics and Predictive Insights. Data tells the story of your workforce. AI turns that data into foresight, helping HR leaders make decisions today that shape the workforce of tomorrow. 16.1 From Descriptive to Predictive HR. Traditional HR analytics answers questions like: how many employees left last quarter? What was our average time to hire? AI-driven analytics answers: who is most likely to leave in the next 6 months? Which job candidates are likely to succeed long-term? Which teams are at risk of burnout and why? This shift enables HR to move from reactive to proactive workforce management. 16.2 Why People Analytics Matters. Companies that leverage people analytics effectively are 2.9x more likely to improve recruiting efforts, 3.1x more likely to reduce costs through better workforce planning, more successful at driving business outcomes through talent strategies. People analytics transforms HR into a strategic business partner. 16.3 Key data sources for people analytics. HRIS, employee records, tenure, salary history. ATS, recruitment data. LMS, learning and development progress. Engagement surveys, in sentiment analysis. Collaboration tools, meeting frequency, response times. Performance management systems. AI integrates these data streams into a single view of the workforce. 16.4 Predictive use cases in HR. 1. Attrition prediction. AI identifies employees at high risk of leaving by analyzing patterns, declining engagement, reduced productivity, missed development opportunities. 2. Quality of hire forecasting. AI predicts which candidates will perform well and stay longer based on historical hiring data. 3. Workforce planning. AI forecasts headcount needs months or years in advance based on business growth projections and turnover rates. 4. Promotion readiness. AI highlights employees ready for advancement and recommends career development actions. 16.5 Prescriptive analytics. Turning insights into action. Predicting a problem is only step 1. Prescriptive analytics recommends solutions. If turnover risk is high on a certain team, AI might suggest reviewing workload, pay equity, or leadership style. If skills gaps are emerging, AI can recommend targeted learning programs or hiring strategies. This turns HR insights into tangible business interventions. 16.6 Visualization and storytelling. People analytics must be presented clearly for executives to act on. Dashboards showing real-time KPIs, engagement, attrition risk, hiring funnel health. Heat maps highlighting risk areas across departments or geographies. Scenario modeling to show the impact of different decisions, e.g., if we improve retention by 5%, we save $2 million annually. 16.7 Ethical considerations. Predictive people analytics must be handled carefully. Transparency. Employees should know what data is used and how predictions are made. Bias prevention. Ensure algorithms do not reinforce discrimination, e.g., by penalizing career breaks disproportionately. Actionability. Avoid prediction without intervention. Taking no action after identifying at-risk employees can erode trust. 16.8 Building a people analytics function. Assess current capabilities. What HR data is available? How clean is it? Define business questions. Align analytics to business priorities, e.g., retention, productivity, DAI. Select tools and platforms. Choose AI analytics solutions that integrate with your HR systems. Build cross-functional team. Combine HR, data science, and business leaders. Start with pilots. Prove value with 1 or 2 use cases before scaling. Communicate insights. Train HR business partners to interpret and present data to leaders. 16.9 Case study. Predicting turnover. A technology company applied AI to its HR data and discovered employees with no career development discussions in 6 months were 3x more likely to resign. Certain departments had higher attrition risk due to workload imbalance. Actions taken. Launched manager training for career conversations. Rebalanced workloads and introduced flexible scheduling. Results. Voluntary turnover dropped 15% in 1 year. Engagement scores improved across at-risk teams. 16.10 Measuring ROI. Analytics ROI can be measured by reduced turnover costs, improved hiring efficiency, increased productivity from better role alignment, faster decision-making for leaders. Quantifying these results strengthens HR's business case for continued investment. 16.11 Future trends in people analytics. Organizational network analysis, ONA, mapping informal communication patterns to identify collaboration bottlenecks. Real-time sentiment tracking, using AI to detect mood shifts across the workforce. AI-driven scenario planning, testing workforce strategies under different economic or market conditions. Explainable AI, making model predictions transparent for HR and managers. Key takeaways from Chapter 16. AI transforms HR analytics from rearview mirror reporting into forward-looking decision-making. Predictive and prescriptive insights allow HR to prevent problems before they escalate. Data storytelling is critical for executive buy-in and action. Ethical, transparent use of data builds trust and drives adoption. A mature people analytics function positions HR as a strategic advisor to the business. Chapter 17. Workforce Planning and Organizational Design with AI. The workforce is the engine of your organization. AI helps leaders tune that engine, anticipate future needs, and design the optimal structure to deliver on strategy. 17.1 The strategic importance of workforce planning. Workforce planning answers questions like: how many people will we need next year? Which skills will be critical for future success? Where should we hire or redeploy talent? Without data-driven planning, organizations risk being caught unprepared, facing talent shortages, overstaffing, or skill gaps that slow growth. 17.2 Challenges with traditional workforce planning. Plans are often built once a year and quickly become outdated. Data is siloed across HR, finance, and operations. Models are spreadsheet-based, making scenario planning slow and manual. Focus is on headcount, not capabilities. AI enables continuous dynamic workforce planning that adapts as conditions change. 17.3 How AI transforms workforce planning. AI can forecast workforce demand using historical data, business growth projections, and market trends. Predict supply, modeling attrition, retirements, and internal mobility. Identify skills gaps, comparing current workforce skills to future business needs. Recommend hiring versus reskilling strategies, optimizing cost and speed to fill gaps. This allows HR to build proactive, scenario-based plans. 17.4 Scenario modeling and what-if analysis. AI-powered planning tools let leaders test different assumptions. What if attrition rises by 5% next quarter? What if we launch a new product line in Asia? What if we automate 20% of back-office processes? The system shows headcount, cost, and skill implications for each scenario, enabling better decision-making. 17.5 Organizational design optimization. Beyond workforce numbers, AI can improve how teams are structured. Span of control analysis. Are managers overloaded or underutilized? Role clustering. Identifying redundant roles or overlapping responsibilities. Collaboration patterns. Using organizational network analysis, ONA, to map communication and optimize team connections. Agility modeling. Designing structures that allow faster decision-making and innovation. 17.6 Skills-based workforce planning. Traditional planning focuses on job titles. AI allows a skills-first approach. Mapping skills at the individual level. Forecasting emerging skills needed in the future. AI, data literacy, ESG. Creating internal talent marketplaces to redeploy employees quickly. This approach makes organizations more resilient and future-ready. 17.7 Case study. Future-proofing the workforce. A global energy company used AI to plan its workforce transition to renewable energy. Identified 30% of roles that would evolve due to automation and sustainability initiatives. Created reskilling programs for technicians and engineers. Modeled workforce needs under different demand scenarios. Results: minimized layoffs by redeploying employees. Built a workforce aligned with the company's 10-year strategy. 17.8 Collaboration between HR, finance, and operations. Workforce planning is most effective when cross-functional. Our provides data on headcount, skills, and talent pipelines. Finance brings cost modeling and budget constraints. Operations offers demand forecasts and productivity targets. AI acts as a single source of truth, aligning all stakeholders around the same data. 17.9 Key metrics for workforce planning. Headcount by department, role, and geography. Attrition rates and retirement projections. Time to fill for critical roles. Cost per hire and reskilling investment ROI. Skills coverage for strategic priorities. 17.10 Challenges and considerations. Data quality. Inaccurate employee data leads to flawed forecasts. Adoption. Business leaders must trust AI recommendations. Change management. Redesigned org structures may face resistance. Ethics. Be mindful of how workforce predictions influence employment decisions. Avoid discriminatory outcomes. 17.11 Building a workforce planning practice with AI. Centralize workforce data. Integrate HRIS, ATS, finance, and project data. Define strategic priorities. Understand future business needs and skills. Adopt AI-enabled tools. Select a workforce planning platform that supports scenario modeling. Run pilot models. Test with one function or business unit. Present insights to leadership. Use dashboards and visualizations for clarity. Iterate and update quarterly. Make planning a continuous process, not an annual one. 17.12 Future trends in workforce planning. Digital twins of the workforce. Simulating the entire workforce to test strategies virtually. AI plus economic data integration. Incorporating macroeconomic and labor market trends. Self-optimizing organizations. AI suggesting real-time org design changes as business needs shift. Holistic talent ecosystems. Blending full-time employees, contractors, gig workers, and AI systems into one plan. Key takeaways from Chapter 17. AI enables continuous dynamic workforce planning that aligns with business strategy. Scenario modeling allows leaders to prepare for multiple futures and reduce risk. Skills-based planning builds organizational resilience and adaptability. Organizational design optimization creates efficient, agile structures. Successful implementation requires cross-functional collaboration and executive sponsorship. Chapter 18. AI in Compliance, Risk and Ethics for HR. AI can be a powerful force for good or a source of risk. HR must lead in building AI systems that are fair, transparent, and compliant with the law. 18.1 Why compliance and ethics matter more with AI. AI decisions affect hiring, promotions, pay, and employee experience, all areas with legal and ethical implications. A biased hiring algorithm could create systemic discrimination. A misconfigured chatbot could give incorrect legal advice about leave policies. Poorly secured data could lead to privacy violations and regulatory penalties. HR must ensure that AI supports equity, trust, and compliance, not undermines them. 18.2 Regulatory landscape for AI in HR. Several regulations affect how HR can use AI. Equal Employment Opportunity, EEOC, prohibits discrimination in hiring and employment practices. GDPR, EU, requires transparency in automated decision-making and protects personal data. AI Act, EU forthcoming, classifies AI used in employment as high risk and mandates strict controls. CCPA, California, grants employees rights to know and control how their data is used. Organizations must stay up to date with global compliance obligations. 18.3 Risks of unchecked AI in HR. 18.4 Building ethical AI for HR. HR should establish an AI ethics framework built on these principles. Fairness. Test algorithms for bias regularly. Gender, age, ethnicity. Use diverse datasets to avoid skewed outcomes. Transparency. Explain how AI systems make decisions. Give employees access to their own data and decisions affecting them. Accountability. Ensure humans remain in the loop for critical decisions. Define clear ownership for AI outcomes, HR, IT, legal. Privacy and security. Minimize data collection to what is necessary. Encrypt and secure HR data at rest and in transit. 18.5 Governance structures for AI in HR. Establish a cross-functional AI governance board that includes HR leaders, data scientists, legal and compliance experts, employee representatives. This group reviews new AI use cases for HR, data collection practices, algorithmic impact assessments, mitigation strategies for identified risks. 18.6 Conducting algorithmic audits. Regular audits help ensure ongoing compliance. Pre-implementation. Test models on historical data for bias. Post-implementation. Monitor real-world outcomes. Periodic reviews. Update models as data or regulations change. Audits should be documented for regulatory readiness. 18.7 Case Study. Preventing Bias in AI Hiring. A large technology company discovered its AI hiring model favored candidates from schools with historically male-dominated applicant pools. Actions taken. Partnered with third-party auditors to identify bias sources. Retrained the model with a balanced dataset. Added a human review step for final hiring decisions. Results. Increased hiring diversity by 15% over 12 months. Built employee and candidate trust in the fairness of the process. 18.8 HR's role in risk communication. HR must educate employees how AI is used in their work lives. Managers how to interpret AI insights responsibly. Executives risks and ROI of AI initiatives. Clear, proactive communication builds trust and ensures adoption. 18.9 Creating a culture of responsible AI. Include AI ethics in HR and leadership training. Encourage employees to raise concerns about AI use. Celebrate responsible innovation, not just speed of adoption. This positions HR as a steward of ethical technology use in the organization. 18.10 Checklist for ethical AI implementation in HR. 1. Is the AI use case clearly defined and aligned with business goals? 2. Has the model been tested for bias across multiple demographics? 3. Are employees informed about data collection and decisions affecting them? 4. Is there a human review process for critical outcomes, hiring, firing, promotion? 5. Are policies in place for data security, retention, and deletion? 6. Is there a process for employees to appeal or contest AI-driven decisions? 18.11 Future Trends in AI Governance. Explainable AI, XAI, tools that provide human-readable explanations of model decisions. AI regulation expansion, more countries adopting rules similar to the EU AI Act. Third-party certification, independent bodies certifying fairness and compliance of our AI tools. Real-time monitoring, continuous compliance dashboards for HR leaders. Key takeaways from Chapter 18. Compliance and ethics are non-negotiable when deploying AI in our governance, bias testing, and transparency protect both employees and the organization. HR plays a central role in ensuring AI aligns with company values and legal obligations. Regular audits and cross-functional collaboration reduce risk. Ethical, responsible AI strengthens employer brand and builds workforce trust. Chapter 19. Measuring ROI of AI in HR. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it, and you certainly can't get more budget for it. HR must speak the language of the business by showing the financial and strategic impact of AI. 19.1 Why ROI measurement is essential. Without measurement, AI adoption risks being seen as a cost center, not an investment. A technology experiment with unclear outcomes. A distraction from real HR work. Executives want evidence of impact, improved productivity, cost savings, risk reduction, and enhanced employee experience. 19.2 Challenges in measuring AI ROI. HR traditionally focuses on soft metrics, engagement, satisfaction. Benefits of AI, e.g., better candidate quality, may take months to materialize. Multiple stakeholders make attribution complex. Was retention improved by AI, pay adjustments, or new leadership? A structured framework solves these challenges. 19.3 The Our I ROI Framework. ROI should be measured across 4 key dimensions. 19.4 Step-by-step approach to calculating ROI. Step 1. Define the business problem. Example: our average time to hire is 45 days, causing lost productivity. Step 2. Establish baseline metrics. Measure current state, time to hire, cost per hire, quality of hire scores. Step 3. Implement AI solution. Deploy AI-powered recruiting platform, chatbot, or analytics. Step 4. Track post-implementation metrics. Compare before-after results. Time to hire drops to 25 days. Step 5. Convert to financial impact. Faster hiring saves lost productivity costs, e.g. $2,000 per day per open role. Step 6. Communicate results. Present results in business terms. This initiative saved $1.5 million annually. 19.5 Key ROI metrics by HR function. 19.6 Measuring intangible benefits. Not all ROI is financial. HR should also measure employee experience, pulse survey scores before and after AI deployment, manager experience, reduction in administrative workload, employer brand, candidate feedback on recruiting experience. These indicators build a holistic picture of impact. 19.7 Case study: AI recruiting ROI. A retail company used AI to screen candidates. Time to hire dropped by 40%. Cost per hire fell by 25% due to reduced reliance on staffing agencies. Quality of hire improved, with first-year turnover dropping by 15%. Financial outcome: estimated annual savings, $3.2 million. Payback period for the AI platform, 6 months. 19.8 Linking HR metrics to business outcomes. Executives care about revenue growth, profit margins, productivity per employee, risk exposure. HR should show how AI initiatives contribute to these outcomes, e.g. faster hiring, right-pointing arrow; faster project delivery, right-pointing arrow; higher revenue. Lower turnover, right-pointing arrow; reduced replacement costs, right-pointing arrow; higher profit margins. 19.9 Continuous measurement and iteration. ROI is not a one-time calculation. HR must track performance quarterly or monthly, adjust AI systems to improve results, report findings in leadership meetings. This creates a feedback loop where insights drive continuous improvement. 19.10 Presenting ROI to executives. Use visual dashboards to highlight key wins. Keep the message business-focused: savings, growth, risk mitigation. Share employee success stories alongside data to humanize results. Show scalability. Here's how we expand these results across the organization. 19.11 Common pitfalls to avoid. Overpromising. Don't claim AI will solve every problem instantly. Focusing only on cost savings. Include quality and engagement benefits. Ignoring change management. Adoption rates matter. ROI won't materialize if employees resist using the new tools. Measuring too late. Start tracking impact from day one. 19.12 Future trends in our ROI measurement. Real-time ROI dashboards, automatically updated as data flows from HR systems. AI-powered forecasting, predicting ROI before implementation. Total workforce value analysis, combining human and AI contributions to productivity. ESG reporting, linking our AI initiatives to social impact and diversity goals. Key takeaways from Chapter 19. Measuring ROI is essential to justify AI investments and secure future budget. A structured approach, baseline, implementation, impact measurement is critical. ROI should include efficiency, cost savings, quality improvements, and risk reduction. Intangible benefits, employee experience, engagement also drive long-term business value. Continuous tracking and executive communication sustain momentum and support. Chapter 20. The HR professional of the future. AI won't replace HR, but HR professionals who use AI will replace those who don't. The future belongs to HR leaders who combine technology, strategy, and humanity. 20.1 The changing role of HR. Traditionally, HR has been seen as the administrator of payroll and benefits, the enforcer of policies, the coordinator of hiring and onboarding. With AI and automation taking over many transactional tasks, HR is shifting to strategic partner to the business, designer of employee experience, data-driven decision maker, champion of culture and ethics. This evolution opens exciting opportunities for HR professionals, but also requires upskilling. 20.2 Key skills for the future HR leader. AI literacy and digital fluency. Understanding AI capabilities, limitations, and risks. Knowing how to select and implement HR technology effectively. Data-driven decision-making. Comfort with analytics, dashboards, and predictive modeling. Ability to translate data insights into business action. Change leadership. Guiding teams through digital transformation. Addressing resistance and building adoption. Ethics and governance. Establishing frameworks for fair, transparent, and compliant AI use. Acting as a guardian of employee trust. Human-centric design. Building people-first policies and processes. Using AI to enhance, not replace human connections. Strategic workforce planning. Anticipating future skills and roles. Designing agile, resilient organizational structures. 20.3 From HR business partner to HR data strategist. The HR business partner, HRBP role is evolving. From focusing on transactions to focusing on talent strategy. From intuition-driven decisions to evidence-based recommendations. From reactive problem-solving to proactive predictive interventions. Future HRBPs must be able to walk into executive meetings armed with data-backed insights and scenario plans, not just policy updates. 20.4 Building a continuous learning mindset. AI and technology will continue to evolve rapidly. HR professionals must commit to lifelong learning in HR tech, analytics, and future of work trends. Leverage microlearning and certifications in data analytics, AI ethics, and digital hour. Foster a culture of learning in their organizations by modeling curiosity and adaptability. 20.5 Collaboration across functions. Future HR leaders will work closely with IT for technology selection, integration, and cybersecurity. Finance for ROI measurement and workforce cost optimization. Operations for aligning workforce plans to production needs. Legal and compliance for ensuring ethical and lawful AI use. This cross-functional collaboration positions HR as a central hub for organizational strategy. 20.6 Balancing technology with humanity. AI can analyze data, automate tasks, and make predictions, but it cannot show empathy during a difficult conversation. Build trust during a crisis. Inspire a team to reach its full potential. Future HR professionals must double down on human skills, empathy, listening, coaching, and relationship building, using AI to free up time for these high-value activities. 20.7 Case study. HR transformation in practice. A multinational company created a center of excellence for people analytics and AI in HR. Trained HR staff on data literacy and AI use cases. Built cross-functional teams with data scientists, HRBPs, and change managers. Shifted HR's focus from process administration to strategic workforce planning. Results: reduced time spent on manual HR tasks by 35%. Increased HR's presence in strategic decision-making meetings. Employee engagement scores rose as HR became more proactive and employee-focused. 20.8 Personal roadmap for HR professionals. Step 1. Assess your current skills, AI knowledge, data literacy, change management. Step 2. Identify gaps aligned with your organization's future needs. Step 3. Build a personal learning plan, certifications, mentorship, peer networks. Step 4. Experiment with AI tools and small pilots to build confidence. Step 5. Share learnings with peers to raise the overall HR function's capabilities. 20.9 The Future Vision. HR as a Strategic Architect. Imagine HR in 2030. Real-time people analytics dashboards inform every executive decision. AI-powered career pathing keeps employees engaged and growing. Organizational structures adjust dynamically based on market conditions. HR leaders act as architects of culture and experience, driving competitive advantage. This is the opportunity ahead, and the reason HR must embrace AI now. 20.10 A Call to Action. The future of HR is not about replacing humans with machines. It's about creating a workplace where people thrive because technology handles the repetitive transactional tasks. HR professionals have a choice. Remain reactive administrators, or become strategic leaders who shape the future of work. By embracing AI, building new skills, and staying human-centered, HR can lead their organizations and their people into a future where work is smarter, fairer, and more fulfilling. Key takeaways from Chapter 20. The HR profession is being reshaped by AI, but humans remain at the heart of it. Future HR leaders must master AI literacy, data strategy, ethics, and change leadership. The focus shifts from process execution to business impact and employee experience. Balancing technology with empathy will define successful HR teams. The time to start preparing for the future of HR is now. Epilogue: Shaping the Future of Work Together. AI is not the end of HR as we know it. It is the beginning of HR as it was always meant to be, a driver of human potential. The journey we've taken. Over the past 20 chapters, we've explored what AI is and how it works, where AI can transform HR, from recruiting and onboarding to learning, performance management, and engagement. How to implement AI responsibly, ensuring fairness, transparency, and compliance. How to measure success, prove ROI, and make the case for continued investment. What the future holds for HR professionals, and the skills needed to thrive in an AI-powered workplace. This has been more than a guide to technology. It's been a call to rethink HR's role in shaping the future of work. Why this moment matters. AI adoption is no longer optional. Organizations that fail to embrace intelligent tools risk falling behind in attracting and retaining talent, missing out on efficiency gains their competitors enjoy, making slower, less informed decisions in a rapidly changing world. But AI adoption without a human-centered approach can create its own risks, alienating employees, introducing bias, or eroding trust. That's why HR must be the conscience and compass of AI in the workplace. Your role as an HR leader. As an HR professional, you are uniquely positioned to champion responsible AI adoption, ensuring fairness and transparency. Educate managers and employees on what AI can and cannot do. Balance technology and humanity, freeing up time for connection, coaching, and culture building. Lead organizational transformation, making sure AI supports business goals while elevating employee experience. You are not just a user of AI, you are a strategic architect of the future of work. Taking the first step. Transformation doesn't have to happen all at once. You can start small. Automate one manual HR task. Pilot a chatbot for employee FAQs. Experiment with predictive analytics for attrition. Host a learning session on AI ethics for your HR team. Each step builds momentum and confidence toward a more intelligent HR function. A future worth creating. Imagine a workplace where employees receive personalized career development support, guided by AI insights. Hiring decisions are fair, inclusive, and data-driven. HR teams spend their time on strategy, coaching, and culture, not paperwork. Business leaders have real-time visibility into workforce trends, allowing them to act proactively rather than reactively. This is not science fiction, it is within reach today. The tools are here. The opportunity is here. The responsibility is here. Closing thoughts. AI is a tool, but you are the human who wields it. The future of HR is not about machines replacing people, but about machines augmenting people, helping us work smarter, fairer, and with more purpose. The next era of HR belongs to professionals who embrace technology, champion ethics and inclusion, and never lose sight of the human in human resources. The journey is just beginning, and you are at the helm.